Films like Star Wars are full of unique props. Whether it's a lightsaber built from camera parts, or a starship that's been kitbashed with thousands of model pieces. These films are full of incredible found parts and scratch-built awesomeness. Well, today in the Smuggler's Room, my geeked out friends, we're going to watch the man that taught me so much about making, as the Junkyard Jedi builds a truly obscure and awesome prop from the Star Wars films.
Another Biff musician, his name is Nathan Cheel. He was a bandfill player for the modal nodes. This little housing here, I was going to make a R2-D2 yard art out of. This looks like it came from like an easy bake oven pan. Looks like lawn sprinklers stuck out on the side. Some greebly sticking out of this block. This little piece that's sticking up here, we'll just cut it out of a piece of pine. Okay, cut a little piece with a bandsaw, hit it with the belt sander a little bit, get the curvature, drill the hole, and that'll mount our greebly in here. We need to make this round. This little block here that holds all these sprinklers in, we'll have 3 of the pipes going to fit all the way along here. So with these angle cuts here, we can take this over the table saw and adjust our blade to that angle. Just push this right up against it. Now we can lay this flat and then adjust the blade height and just make some straight cuts. Got an arch, now we'll go ahead and clean it up with a chisel. Take a little bit more work, get it all smooth. I was able to clean out the rest of the wood here. And for final sanding, we can take a little tape. And you can get a real good fit here. A little cutout here and here. We'll mark here, because we got cut on this side. I don't want to hold that, of course, so we'll put a clamp on here. There, I think we got the angles about right. We have our sprinklers that we're going to offset here. We need to drill some holes for our hose connector. Little buttons off. I think we'll just cut these off, sand them smooth. Got an old cut-off wheel and a Dremel tool. Got our holes drilled. Tighten these up and then press them in. We'll drill a hole and then we can screw those right into the top. Since this is kind of curved, it's hard to put a straight edge on here. I made a mark midpoint here and there, lay it down here. An easy way to get a straight line. On the top, we have this piece, elbow. So that's positioned there. So we're at our new piece of pipe that I just cut. Okay. Everybody's playing tricks on us here. Gonna be one of those days, guys. Alright, found it. It was hiding under this board over here. And then we made a dowel. We trimmed this down so it'll fit into whatever this thing was. And then that'll shove up into there. Center that. That's all painted the same color, and then our little greebly we found, we'll glue that in on top. So we 3D printed a dome for the bottom of our piece. These are the supports while it's being printed. That pops off. I had to fill a little bit in there. I got it sanded pretty good. Just gonna kind of put it in there temporarily because we still have to put screws into our wooden piece. Drilled our holes on the back, marked them from the inside. Going to be our mouthpiece on here. Pipe in this fitting is different size. What I'm going to do is put on a little bit of a spacer here, fill in the gap. We'll put our mouthpiece on here as well. And we added this other little piece of greebly for our mouthpiece. We took a piece of copper, flattened it, kind of like a reed instrument. So I'm going to drill a 1/2-inch hole for this rubber hose. Take it over the belt sander and then cut it on the curve. So we have this coffee creamer container. We took an X-Acto knife, cut the top of it off. We'll cut the bottom of it off. It has like a half cylinder. So after trimming, getting this all fitting, put a little piece here to extend it. That'll fit right in top of that. Before we glue this on, we need to fill in this back hole here. I guess we'll just cut this off. Hope for the best here. We need to dish out this center so it fits up against this curve. What I did is I took an old soldering iron and put in some number 4 copper wire and then plugged it in. We can just dish this out. Mush it on with this here. Stay in position here, and we can trim all that excess off. Now the can says that it will not cure in a confined space, but we just wanted it to stick. The edges get hard, so we can just cut all that away. If that cures gradually, that'll be fine. Then what we have, a little cardboard box and another styrofoam dome. We'll cut this so it fits up underneath here. Keep cutting. So we made a bunch of cuts here, kept whittling and whittling on it. So I tried our little glazing putty on the styrofoam and it started eating away at the styrofoam. So I tried the regular Bondo. It's a lot thicker. It didn't eat the foam. Once this is covered with this Bondo, we could go back with the glazing and make it a lot smoother. We'll let that cure, sand it down a little bit, and come back and add a little more if we have to. On the side here, had these little cylinder parts. Got some transistors here. They're just the right size. We're going to paint some of these parts gold. This piece goes on the bottom, this one as well. Little fan piece here. And this will be gold, and then this will be brown on the outside. What I like to use is this lacquer from Rust-Oleum. It'll seal up the end grain, otherwise it's going to soak the spray paint in. I should have sealed the wooden parts before I stuck them on there. I'm going to have to cover everything. This is press and seal. It works kind of good for maybe these kind of parts. Yeah, give it a whirl. It worked pretty good. After our lacquer finish on here, got a real light sanding with some 220 to sand the whole works again. The more you spend on the prep, the better finish you'll have. Now, the whole thing gets sprayed except for our speaker. We should be able to pull all the masking off again. It's a little cool in my garage. Put some hot water in our bucket. That's a good way to help warm up your paint. I took and put a screw hook down inside, that way I can hang it. While we're waiting for the body to dry, we'll give our windpipe a coat of paint. It'll be a silver from here down, and then a brown from here down below. Remember these? Saved our little tape strips here, now that we have this gold. Oh, we got a little brown paint on here. It was a metallic. It had a little bit of a gold flecks in it. So, looks pretty good. Right on our propane jets. That brass stands out pretty nice against that bronzy finish here. Get my rubber mallet. Put a little piece of tape on here so we'll get them straight. This is a guideline and the top of the tape is a guideline. I think there we have it. So I'll lie this down in here. That allows for the bolt to go in without having to thread through the whole thing. So we got a little air hose strap. It hangs about right.
If there's anything I've learned over the years, it's the Junkyard Jedi is always full of surprises. I hope you picked up on a tip or two that will help you with your next build, because I know I did. And if you liked this build, you're definitely going to want to see some of his other crazy projects that we've queued up for you right here. And we'll see you the next time we build something out of nothing.